Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the live stream with my beautiful wife, Karina, from beautiful Venezuela. And we're here in Florida in the panhandle where it is now 67 degrees and the sun is going down. It's 6:08 p.m. Central Time, US. And this is the place to be for all your free K1 visa questions. If you have a question about how to process a K1 visa, how to process a green card, to adjust status, lift conditions on a green card from 2 year to 10 year, get a tourist visa, get a spousal visa. If you want to know what kind of questions you're going to get at a K1 visa interview, here's the place to be, and it's all free. We do it for free. Ross Lee stepped by. He's just checked in. He says, hello, Diego, and hello, Karina. What's going on, Ross Lee? How's everything? And Twan Benson had sent me a message saying he wanted me to process his K1 visa, from NOA 1 to green card, etc. I'll do that for you, Twan Benson. Just send me a message in YouTube with all your information, NOA 1 date, NOA 2 date, and embassy visa interview date, welcome letter, and all that. And Ruben Torres, hi Diego, we are in Naples, Florida. Very nice, near I-75, right? Naples, Florida. My brother was in Naples, Florida just last few days ago. He drove to Naples and he drove across the Tamiami, whatever it is, and to avoid all the, thievery from the toll bridges in Florida. Do you know that Florida has got the most toll bridges in the United States of America? They got more toll bridges and more toll stations than any other state in the United States. And they are only communist China has more toll bridges than Florida. So what does that tell you? And Ross Lee approved Thursday in Bogota, aprobado in Jueves in Bogota. Fantastic. Now you're just going to wait to pick up your visa from in downtown Bogota. Camille Juan. Hi, Diego and Karina from Boston, Massachusetts. What's up, Camille Juan? Ross Lee, the consul did not even look at one proof of relationship. Well, you submitted a fantastic K1 visa package, but you got to bring it. Everybody, you must bring that information just in case you get the question by the consul officer. I want to see more evidence of your relationship. You never know what's going to happen at an embassy interview. They may ask you. Okay. And let me see here. Angel Tate, hi Diego and Karina. I got a 221G for embassy not receiving medical. That's common. That's a common thing. The officer said we should get 4 to 6 weeks, get visa in 4 to 6 weeks. It's now 6 weeks and still no visa. I'm considering writing my senator. Writing your senator is not going to work. You need to call. You need to telephone your senator. And you need to find out if the doctor, the medical center, has actually mailed your medical exam to the embassy. Angel Tate, remind me what country you guys are in. What country is this? Where is the embassy located at? Ruben Torres, we have the adjustment of status ready to be sent and need the address to send all the packages. Well, I made a video, Ruben Torres. If you Google Diego in the channel, Google Diego Ross address for green card. I made a video and it tells you what address you need to send your green card to, depending on what state you live in. And if you're gonna send your green card by U.S. Postal Service, there's a different address than if you are sending your green card application via courier, like UPS, FedEx, or DHL. There's 2 different addresses for the courier and the U.S. Postal Service. So make sure you don't send a courier service to the USPS address. Larry Piercy, hi Diego. Bud's trying to send message. Okay. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego. And Karina Francois in upstate New York, where it's cold. Here in Florida, it's 67 degrees. We had a beautiful day today, nice and sunny, not hot, not cold. But it was a good day. Ross Lee, she told me I did a great job in the application. There you go. Put together a strong green card application. Put together a strong K1 visa application at the beginning of your process with lots of evidence and lots of time together and lots of receipts and this and travels and trips and vacations, and you'll have an easy time at the embassy interview. But if you put together a pretty pitiful K-1 visa package with just the bare minimum qualifications in it, you're going to get, don't be surprised if you get an RFE for more evidence, or don't be surprised if the embassy officer gives you a hard time. Ross Lee, I had all the documents you said. There you go. That's good. Ruben Torres, I hope it's Chicago, but we're not sure. Please help. Ruben Torres, I made a video on where to mail your green card application. It's a video. It's about 2 minutes long, and you can freeze the video. Look on the video, and it'll tell you what state. It's on the left side of the video. It says the state. On the right side of the video, it tells you the address. Freeze the video. Look for your state where you live, and then if you live in that state that's listed, there's the address on the right-hand side, and you write it down. I made a video. It's easy. It's so easy, a caveman can do it. Let me see. Francois, Diego, my fiance moved recently. My question to you is, does he need to update his address with USCIS? No, not necessary. You do that when you file for the green card. When you file for the green card, Francois, when you help your new husband file for his green card, when you fill out the adjustment of status paperwork, that's where he will put where he's lived for the past 5 years. That's where you do it. Right now, don't worry about it. Immigration don't have time to be shuffling through different addresses. You do it on the green card application, okay? Caleb Hertu, hola amigos. What's going on? I'm seeing people who filed in 2023 getting NOA2 now on Facebook. Well, I deleted my Facebook account, okay? Facebook to me is a joke, okay? If you post something on Facebook that offends somebody, you get blocked from using the Facebook for 30 days, 24 hours, 48 hours. Facebook basically is like a communist social media platform. If you say something that offends somebody, you get your First Amendment rights totally blocked. So I got rid of my Facebook account. I deleted it. I used it to help Karina get her visa, in the processing as evidence, and now it's gone. You won't find me on Facebook ever again. And I stay out of those groups in Facebook because that's nothing but drama. Oh, it's like drama. Let me see. Bud Garcia, hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. Hello, Bud. Hello. Glad to see you online with us. And now Bud, his fiance lives in Thailand, just I think northeast of Bangkok. So you're getting there. You're very close now to getting that wrapped up, Bud, with that NVC welcome letter. That's what you're waiting on, right? Angel Tate, the medical center, said they mailed it weeks ago, and it might be in the mailroom at the embassy. But when I emailed the embassy, they said they haven't received the full medical report. Country is Jamaica. Well, let me tell you, Angel Tate, the medical doctor in Jamaica has not mailed the medical exam to the embassy. That's why the embassy doesn't have it. When the U.S. embassy says they don't have something, they don't have something. You got to go to the medical office in Jamaica where you had your medical exam and say, hey, I want my medical exam in a sealed envelope, and you take it to the embassy. Okay? The medical doctor is flojo, lazy. They haven't mailed it. If they had, the embassy would have contacted you already. So go to the doctor's office in Jamaica, where is it, in Kingston, and say, hey, I need my medical exam. I got to have it. All right? Get it in a sealed envelope and then hand carry it to the embassy. Set an appointment with the embassy and turn it in. You got it? That will solve your visa problem right away. Natty, Elisa, hi Diego, hi Karina. Natty, what's going on? Francois is talking to Caleb. Diego is going to tell you to stay off Facebook. Francois knows my mind, she knows me already. Facebook's a joke, okay? Facebook is a joke. Now, Instagram is like Facebook, but Instagram doesn't seem to have all the drama in it. So I got no problem with Instagram. I just don't use it. I don't use Twitter. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Instagram. I just have YouTube for you guys. Let me see. Francois is correct. Bud Garcia, Larry is having problems with the channel. It is not letting him. It is not letting him what? Annie Persaud. Good night, Mr. Diego and beautiful Karina. We are still waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for our welcome letter from Guyana. Hang in there. Francois, thank you. Got it. Alejandro Ray, hi Diego and Karina. Man, after 1.5 years, I'm happy to tell you that we got our K1 visa accepted in Bogota. 1.5 years. Thank you a lot for your help throughout this process. God bless you all. De nada, Alejandro Ray. Me alegra tu visa aprobado. Tu espera mucho tiempo, lo siento. También, Karina y yo espera 22 meses. 22 meses, ¿sí, mi amor? Es mucho tiempo. You did good. I salute you. Now, Shiku, welcome back. Hi, Diego. I can't find an interview for my daughter. Remember, you don't need an interview for your daughter. Shiku, Dombaya, listen. She was not included in my appointment letter. How can I take to the interview also the medical? Here's what you got to do. You got to submit a DS-160 to the embassy with your daughter's information. You got to pay a visa fee for your daughter. Once you've done those two things, you can bring her to the visa interview with you and get her K2 visa adjudicated at the same time as your K1. Shiku, listen, let me tell you again. You can't find an interview for my daughter. Don't worry about it. You don't schedule an interview for a K2. It's all done on the K1. You just got to pay the visa fee and submit the DS-160, and you're good. Larry's talking to Bud. Bud Garcia, I have a question. Does the NVC have a delay because my packet is still in USCIS? It has been over 4 months. Yeah. The NVC won't do anything with your package until they receive it from USCIS. USCIS are holding on to it. You need to get them to move it and mail it to NVC. It's been too long. 4 months is too long. You need to get in touch with USCIS, either through your state, either through your senator, your congressman. Have your congressman call USCIS and say, hey, when are you going to mail Bud's approved K1 visa package to the NVC? Ask him. Get your senator to call the USCIS. Angel Tate, my case has been refused 6 times on the SIAC website. Okay. Thank you, Diego. We will go to the medical center. Go to the medical center. Angel, listen to me. Go to the medical center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your passport, your NOA2 letter, your NVC welcome letter. Show that you are who you say you are, and it is your visa that you are waiting on. And tell the medical doctor, give me my medical exam that I paid for in the sealed envelope. Get it in your hand. Then go to the embassy in Kingston, Jamaica, schedule an appointment at the U.S. Embassy, and bring the medical exam to them personally. Okay? The medical doctor hasn't mailed it. If the doctor has not got a copy of if they don't have a copy of your medical records to give you in an envelope, have them redo it, the medical exam, and you wait there. Then wait for the medical exam to be handed to you. Whether you got to go back the next day, whatever, is fine. But you got to get that medical exam to the embassy. Don't let this process slow down because the medical doctors in Kingston, Jamaica, are lazy, or incompetent, or stupid. All right, I'm not saying they are, but if they are, then you need to take charge of your visa. Met Bud Garcia, what should I do? I'm so lost. You got to contact USCIS, Bud, and tell them to mail your package to the NVC. Either you call USCIS or email them, or you have your senator call them and tell them. Have your senator call USCIS and say, hey, when are you going to mail my constituents approved K1 visa package to the National Visa Center? Get them off their butt. 7 Angels. Hi, Diego and Mrs. Diego. How are you guys doing? We are good. Muy bien aquí. Gracias. Caleb. See, Facebook is muy malo. Facebook is okay. Facebook. Do you know who Facebook hired to run Facebook? Do you know who runs Facebook? Who the managers are? The administrative people? They are former CIA employees that worked in the Obama and the Biden administration. The Central Intelligence Agency former employees were hired by Facebook. And what does the Central Intelligence Agency do? They spy on people, right? They gather intelligence on people. So what does that tell you about Facebook? They're gathering information all about you. Your pictures, your photos, where you live, what you do for a living. All this information is collected and stored on a server. Do you want that? Do you want the US government spying on you? As much they do already, but you can minimize it by getting rid of Facebook. Just my opinion. It's an opinion based on facts. Let me see here. Sharon Denise Persikian, what's going on, Sharon? Hola, Diego and Karina. Sharon, we're good to see you. Caleb, Diego, do you think America will make it to the next election without total chaos? Caleb, we're in total chaos right now. The United States of America is in total chaos right now. Okay, nobody's running anything. Okay, nobody's running anything. Yes, we will make it to the election in November. We will make it. This country is stronger than any person. Okay, our republic, we're a republic, is far stronger. Is far stronger than any one individual who doesn't have a clue how to lead or run something. Okay, relax. We're in total chaos right now, but it will become it will be fixed in January of 2025. Day one, January 25th. Let me see. 7 Angels. My fiance got the letter from the embassy telling her to send her passport. Finally, thank you guys. You got it. No problem. Denjiba Sao. Hello. What should we do after we get married? You file for your green card. You get married. Congratulations. You file for your green card. You fill out your green card application, your adjustment of status paperwork. You include in the green card application your affidavit of support from your sponsor, your medical exam, your vaccination records, your marriage certificate, your pictures of your wedding, pictures of your honeymoon, everything that shows that you live with your new husband or wife. I've made videos about it. All you got to do is watch a video, how to adjust status to green card. It's about 20 minutes long, and I will save you $4,000, $5,000 from an immigration attorney. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney, guys. I don't work for USCIS. I don't give you any legal advice. None, zero, nada. But I've been doing it. I've been through this twice, and I've been through the K-1 visa process for nine years. Okay? And I got my beautiful wife right here, Karina Ross, always in my life, right here by my side. She's loyal. Look how she sits. She'll sit through this K-1 visa live stream with me, okay, and keep me from messing up on the technical stuff. Karina's got a degree in tax accounting from Venezuela. She's very muy inteligente. Chico, I'm confused. I have to pay the visa fee, do the DS-160 for my daughter. She's not in my appointment letter. Her name is in the I-129F. I don't know what to bring to the interview. Okay. If she's not in your appointment letter, okay, you need to add her to your appointment letter. How do you add her to your appointment letter? You file a DS-160. You pay a visa fee for your daughter. When you submit the DS-160 to the embassy, when you pay the visa fee to the embassy, her name will be added to the appointment letter. You got it? And then you bring to the visa interview her passport, her medical exam, her birth certificate, any police certificates, depending on how old she is. All that jazz. Okay? Listen to me. Shiku, I'm going to get your daughter with you into the United States of America. You just got to listen to me. Go on your computer and submit a DS-160 for your daughter. All her name, date of birth, her passport number, everything about her. You can sign it for her if you want to. Just make sure you tell immigration that you helped fill out the form. Pay the visa fee for her. Print the MERV receipt. Print the DS-160 confirmation page. Then you bring her to the visa interview with you, because she will then be added to the appointment letter automatically. But they want the money first. The U.S. government's waiting for their cash, okay? Efectivo. Donde? The U.S. government's waiting for their $265. When they get it, your daughter gets added to the appointment letter, okay? And you bring her to the visa interview. And all is good. And then you can thank me later. Sharon Denise Persikian, my fiance had his interview Friday and he's on AP because they went to verify that his Nigerian police clearance is authentic. Okay, no worries. They will verify it and they will say, okay, it's authentic, and boom, he'll get his K1. Caleb, I'm thinking about selling everything and moving to Mexico. Why? Because you don't like the government of the United States right now? Our government is ran like what? Don't do that. Mexico's a beautiful country. I lived in Colombia for 2.5 years, back and forth. But America is where I live. I'm not going to let some useless Congress and a useless White House staff kick me out of my country, run me out of my country. I'm going to vote them out. I want to vote and kick them out of the White House, kick them out of Congress. There's no difference between Republicans and Democrats. They're both equally stupid and horrible. Okay, I'm independent. Okay, I'm an independent conservative. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I can't stand either party because they're both useless. Okay, Trump the same way. Trump can't stand Republicans. He can't stand Democrats. My opinion. He's independent, but he has to run as a Republican. He's probably looking at who's the best qualified for the vice presidency, not the party line. Trump's not looking for a Republican or a Democrat for his vice president. He's looking for the most qualified person. That's what he's doing. So don't sell your house and stay in America and go vote. Okay, if you don't like the government, vote them out. Bud Garcia, you're not lost, Bud. I have done that, and it is still there. Okay, well, go and file a federal lawsuit against USCIS and force them to adjudicate your K1 visa and mail it to the NVC. You can sue them. You can sue USCIS. They work for you. You don't work for them. They work for you. This is the government, right? Homeland Security. They work for you. You paid your visa fee. You got your NOA2 letter, right? You're totally qualified for the benefit. Go to the federal courthouse and ask them, how can I sue USCIS? Send them a subpoena, and your K1 visa will be at the NVC within 24 hours. Trust me. You don't need an attorney to sue them. You can do it yourself. File a lawsuit. File a federal lawsuit. Modus operandi. I can't remember what it's called. Modus maximus. I think something like that. I'm not an attorney, but I think that's what it's called. You pay $400. I think it's about $400, and file a lawsuit against USCIS and force them to send your case to the NVC. They'll do it. They don't like getting sued. Kenny Smith, hey Diego, so I'm in the process with Bogota. Okay, good. So we did the DS-160 form. You have to. So once you submit it, do I pay right away or later? Right away. You can't schedule the interview unless you pay. The U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia, are waiting for your $265. As soon as you send them the $265, they take it. They snatch it out of your bank. Then they'll open up a calendar for you. What you'll do is they'll send you a packet 3, packet 4 email. They'll send you an email. Thank you for paying. Thank you for this, and then you go ahead and schedule the visa interview and the biometrics. Now the visa interviews at the embassy in Bogota, and the biometrics is close to where you pick up the K1 visa. There's an office here where you do the biometrics, and then there's an office over here close to the biometrics where you pick up the K1 visa in Bogota. But you got to pay them. Nothing happens until they accept money, till they get your money. So good job, Kenny Smith, on getting your beneficiary to this point in the visa process. And your fiance is from Medellin. Karina's been to Medellin. She went there on vacation. She went there for like 3-day weekend or something. And if you're from Medellin and you speak like we're on the Transmilenio in Bogota, going from here to here, and she hears somebody talking, Karina says, "Oh, that person's from Medellin." I'm like, it sounds like they're from Colombia to me. but she understands the dialects between the different districts in Colombia just by their accent. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's amazing. Medellin, the city of eternal spring. That's what Medellin means, the city of eternal spring. It's like 79 degrees all year round, right? 80 degrees every day. Bud Garcia, I've called USCIS and I call every other day and they tell me the NVC has a delay. Okay, so what they're telling you is that the embassy in Bogota, in Bangkok, Thailand, is not accepting K1 visas right now because they're backed up. So if the NVC has told you that there is a delay, you have the answer to your question. The embassy in Bangkok, Thailand is not accepting K1 visas right now. The same thing happened in the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia in July of 2023. They called the NVC and said, we got a problem. We're overworked. We got overloaded with K1s. Don't send us any K1 visa applications approved in July of 2023. And then the NVC sent out this bogus email to everybody in Bogota with the beneficiary saying, because due to COVID, the embassy in Bogota, Colombia is closed. Well, we had an apartment 20 minutes from the embassy. So at that time, I was in Florida, but Karina jumped on the bus, went down to the embassy, knocked on the door and said, hey, you guys closed because of COVID? No, we're wide open. This is in July of 2023. Are you processing K1 visas? Yeah, we're processing them. Who said we're not? Well, the NVC said you're not accepting K1 visas for July. They said, that's true. We're overworked. We will start accepting K1 visas in August of 2023. So Karina said, okay. So Karina calls me up, says, hey, the embassy's processing visas. They're not closed because of COVID, but they're just backed up. They're closed because of a delay, which is what they told you, Bud Garcia. So relax, put your feet up on the desk and wait. You good? You are good. Ruben, I got the address. Thank you, Diego. You're welcome. James McLean. Hello, Diego. I'm with my fiance beneficiary in Lagos, Nigeria. Very good. I think there's a lot of folks on here with the beneficiaries in Nigeria, like Denise Jefferson, for one of our channel supporters. She has her beneficiary. Oh, there she is. There's Denise right there. I'll be traveling back to the United States next week to file the K1 visa. What documents must I collect from her while I'm still here? Copy of her birth certificate, translated into English. A copy of her passport in color. Get a big blown up copy of her Nigerian passport in color, because you need to include that, and get 2 or 3 copies, because you're going to need a copy for the green card. You're going to need a copy to bring to the K1 visa interview. You need a copy for the K1 visa application. So get a copy of her passport, blown up, nice and big in color. Get 3 copies. Bring them back to the States with you. Get a copy or 2 copies of her birth certificate, translated into English if necessary. If it's not in English, in Nigeria, I think it's probably going to be in English. If she has any college degrees, like if she has a degree from a university, get a copy of that. Include that in your K1 visa package. Immigration want to see what her education level is, and get a copy of her driver's license if you have it. Residency status in Nigeria if you have it. That's about it. You're good to go. Denise Jefferson. Hello, Diego and Karina. The paperwork for the work permit and travel pass are free. That's right, if filed with the adjustment status as of right now. As of February 24th, 2024 until April 1st, 2024, if you file for the employment authorization document in your green card application, it's free. If you apply for a work authorization document with your green card application after April 1st, I believe it's not free anymore. And I'm trying to remember how much it is. I think it's like 200 and something bucks, 260 bucks, something like that. I'm just guessing, but it's a pretty close guess. But right now it's free. Let me see here. Is that new cost April 1st associated if filed alone, or still free if filed together? It's not. If you file alone or together, you have to pay for the employment authorization document on April 1st. So most folks are not even going to bother applying for the employment authorization document after April 1st. They're just going to wait for their green card. Because why would anybody want to pay double? or twice, one for the EAD document and once for the green card. That's crazy. But right now it's free until April 1st. April 1st, you got to pay for the employment authorization document and the green card application. If you include them together, you got to pay for each one also. But, that's as of April 1st, but that could change. Maybe they'll change it. People get angry and say, I'm not doing that, and maybe they'll change it back. I don't know. But for right now, that's where we're at. James McLean, how long is it taking from NOA 1 to NOA 2? 7 to 9 months as of now, February 24th, 2024. Denise Jefferson's talking to Sharon. My beneficiary is also in Nigeria. What is AP? Is that automatic in Lagos? How do we avoid that? Good question. This administrative processing is what it is, but it depends on the police certificate. If you get a police in Nigeria, if they want to double check your police certificate, they want to recheck it, you get what's known as an AP. Okay, and it's just administrative processing. It's no big deal. It just slows up the process a little bit. Bud Garcia, no, USCIS told me that the NVC has a delay. Yeah, so you got to wait. Don't call your senator. Just put your feet up on a desk, hang out with us on the channel and wait for the NVC to get undelayed for Thailand. Natty Olisa, hi Diego. How long from NOA 2 to welcome letter? Lagos, Nigeria, 2 to 3 months. Angel Take, Diego, the embassy has my fiance's passport. Do you think he can get into the embassy without it for when he delivers the medical? No, he can. He probably won't get into the embassy without his passport, but he can use another form of ID, government issued ID. Does he have a driver's license? Does he have a state, like a country ID? Like Karina had a cedula from Colombia. She had a cedula ID from Venezuela. It's a form of identification, plus a passport. And so he's got just show different alternative identification. That's a government issued. It has to be issued by the government of Nigeria, or Jamaica, in your case. Kenny Smith, yes, yeah, that's true. I live in South Carolina. I haven't received my welcome letter yet, but today we're going to submit her DS-160 and go to the YATRI website. Okay. I still have a list of the doctors and everything that was sent to my email in Spanish, so I had to translate it into English. Oh, Kenny, come on, man. You can read Spanish. You're good, though. Denise Jefferson, so the travel permit is still free. Yes, as of now. If filed with adjustment of status. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I don't see why that would be charged for that. I wonder why they are charging for one and not the other. I don't know. But let me check, Denise. I'll investigate for you to find out if there's a fee for the advanced parole document also. So I'm not going to say yes or no until I know for sure, and I will double check and give you the right answer on the next live stream if you have time to stop by, which you normally do. Kenny Smith, which doctor did you go to? They gave me 4 options. ¿Qué nombre tu médico en Bogotá, mío? ¿Cuál es tu nombre, tu doctor? Karina's going to try to remember.
Dennis.
It's Dennis.
Dennis.
The first name's Dennis. Okay, so look on the list and look for the name Dennis. She can't remember his last name. Rafael?
Dennis, no recuerdo.
She can't remember his last name, but look for Dennis, okay, on the list. And then that's going to be on the 9th floor of the medical department in Bogota. And they got a beautiful view from the top of the 9th floor, looking over Bogota. It's a very pretty vista. I was hanging out up there with Karina all day while she got her medical exam. And I used to live in Kenny Smith. I used to live in South Carolina. I used to live in Charleston when I was in the Navy. I was stationed in Charleston, South Carolina, North Charleston. I was working at the weapons station, but it doesn't exist anymore. I think it was closed. Let me see. Bud Garcia. So what I'm understanding is just wait. Even if my NOA2, your NOA2 doesn't expire, Bud Garcia. Your NOA2 does not expire because immigration is the slowpoke. You've sent inquiries to the NVC. You've sent emails. You've called USCIS. Did you print those emails? If you printed those emails, that automatically extends your NOA2 letter. It's automatic. So relax on your NOA2 letter. It's not your fault. It's out of your hands. It's in the hands of NVC, USCIS. So you're good. So Kenny Smith, pick the doctor named Dennis. Dennis. I can't remember his last name. Let me see. Francois Livingston, just to be clear, when the green card application is mailed out, the couple will need to pay for the green card plus a fee for the work permit. Yes. Starting April 1st. Right now, it's not. It's free. In 5 days from now, I'm mailing Karina's green card application to Chicago via UPS. Now, I picked UPS because they're close to home. FedEx is a little further away, so I'm cheap on gas, so I'm going to the closest place. But in 5 days, Karina's green card application is in the mail. It's not sitting in the back here anymore. I'm sick of looking at it. But I've been over it over and over and over and checked. And I was lucky. Somebody told me that the date changed on the I-864. The date was changed. It was updated. So I had to go redo Karina's I-864. So I'm glad that you guys were on the channel telling me about that. Although I would have caught it probably in the next few days, but I got it figured out and done a few days ago. Shiku, I'm worried about that, especially after paying the visa fee and do the DS-160. I don't want the embassy to say her name is not on the list of appointment. Well, she's not on the list of appointments because you haven't paid the visa fee. When you pay the visa fee and submit her DS-160, her name gets generated into the list of appointments. And then you bring her to the K-1 visa interview. But you got to, Shiku, listen, you got to submit the DS-160. You got to pay the visa fee. And then her name, how did your name get added to the list of appointments? Because you paid a visa fee. You submitted a DS-160, right? You submitted a DS-160 in your name. You paid the visa fee, the MERV fee. You printed the receipt. You printed the DS-160 confirmation page. You got added to the list of appointments. Your daughter wasn't added because you didn't pay the visa fee for her. You didn't submit a DS-160 for her. But now you can because you were waiting on her passport. Now, make sure you fill out the DS-160 correctly, send it to the embassy, pay the visa fee, and then she will get added to the list of appointments with you. And then you can go to the visa interview, get your K-1 and K-2 visas, get on a plane and fly over to the United States. And then jump on the live stream and say, there you go, thank you. I'm kidding. You don't have to thank me, but I'm just telling you what you got to do. I'm trying to save you a big headache. I'm trying to help you get your kid in America without any problems. And that's what you got to do. Do you understand, Shiku, what I just told you? I'm being tough on you because if I'm not tough with you guys, you get, you got to be active. Most of you are proactive. Most of you are strong. You want to get in there and do it. I'm just trying to motivate you to get going. Okay. So what Shiku, get off the live stream, get on your computer, go file the DS-160 for your daughter, pay the visa fee for your daughter, print the confirmation page, print the MERV receipt, and then she will be added to the appointment list. Right now, they don't even know, what your intentions are with your daughter. So they left her off the list because you didn't pay her fees. You didn't submit her DS-160. And quit worrying. Don't worry. Don't let this thing stress you, okay? If you do what I said, you're good. Kenny Smith, yes, I stay in Charleston now in Somerville. I've been to Somerville. That's like North Charleston. That's further up north, right? That's further up north. You moved here from Greenville, North Carolina. Was that Greenville, North Carolina? Bud Garcia, I have printed them. Okay, so Bud, you've printed your communications with USCIS and the NVC. You got them in a file. Put those with your NOA2 letter, and your NOA2 letter is automatically extended. It's automatic. Okay, Bud? Relax, man. Sharon, Denise Persikian, talking to Denise. I wish I had an answer. We were totally blindsided by this. I'm so bummed. I just want to cry. No crying, Sharon, Denise Persikian. There's no crying. You need to be celebrating because it's just a temporary wait. Look what happened. Look what happened to us. Karina passed her visa interview in November 16, 2023. I had brought enough cash to November 30th, 2023, expecting to leave Colombia December 1st. No. Immigration, the consular officer said, we need an Interpol police certificate because Karina's from Venezuela and she's lived in Colombia longer than 6 months. And Karina's like, is my visa disapproved? She thought she got her visa denied. She's all upset. So they gave her 2 letters. She came back home. I was sick as a dog at home in our apartment. I read the letters. I said, Karina, relax. Your K1 visa is approved. You're good. You're good. High five. But you got to get an Interpol police certificate. And she said, yeah, I already started that process. I said, relax. So we were stuck in Colombia for another month because of that. And I didn't have any cash. I had to borrow money from her brother, which was good. He hooked me up with like millions of pesos, and I paid him back. But I got an extra month in Colombia. Her family saved my butt. Seriously. Let me see here. Sharon Denise Persikian's talking to Denise. I wish I had an answer. Don't cry, Sharon Denise Persikian. Be happy. It's almost there. You're at the finish line. Caleb, they just updated the I-134 form too. Yes, they did. They updated it, I think, in December of last year. Something like that. Denise is talking to Sharon. She wants to cry with Denise, and Sharon want to cry together. But you guys are going to get your beneficiaries here very soon. So why are you crying? Come on. I was in Colombia an extra month. I didn't know if it's going to be 2 months. The consular officer in Bogota said could be 3 months, but it was an extra month. I'm like, okay, I need another month's worth of cash. I can either get on a plane and fly to Florida and go to the bank and withdraw it because my ATM doesn't work in Colombia, or I can call my brother in Florida, and I didn't want to call him, so Karina called her brother, and he took me up in a minute. I said, great, it is what family's strong. Family, it's all about family, right? You don't need the government. You don't need to depend on the government. You're going to help. Your family's there for you. Your family, your church, your mosque, your synagogue, whatever it is. They're for you. They're there for you. So no crying on the channel. Kenny Smith, South Carolina. Did you see the doctor information I sent you? Denise Jefferson talking to Sharon. Was there anything else that caught you off guard? And because Sharon Denise Persikian says, my fiance lives in Istanbul. So he lives in Istanbul, Turkey. So the embassy in Turkey is rechecking the police certificate from Nigeria, I believe. That's normal. It happens all the time. And Sharon is talking to Denise. The interview went great. He aced it. There you go. The police clearance was the only thing. Happened to Karina. She got stuck in the same 221G as you guys. But we didn't panic. Okay, we just said, okay, well, we're going to be in Colombia another 1 to 3 months. I need cash for 3 months minimum, which her brother hooked me up with. And I said, okay, what do you want to do? Let's go to Villa de Leyva. No, let's go to Cucuta. No, let's go take a vacation to the beach in Santa Marta. There was no crying. It was just waiting. Waiting. Relax, guys. But it only took 3 weeks to get her police certificate. Because Karina was at Interpol. She went to the Interpol Police Department. The colonel, she spoke to the colonel that runs Interpol for Colombia. She said, I've been waiting 3 weeks for my police certificate. Where is it? My Venezuelan passport is at the embassy in Bogota, the U.S. Embassy. I can't leave the country without my passport. And my visa's approved. We're just waiting on you. And I'm standing there with Karina in Interpol. Like I'm the American, right, in Interpol. And I'm standing there, and she's on the phone talking to the colonel from it. And I'm like, dang, Karina's tough, man. Guess what? She got her Interpol police certificate that night, 7 p.m. that night. And then after that, I uploaded it to the embassy in Bogota. And then 2 days later, she had her K1 visa. And then January 3rd, we were on a plane flying to the United States, to Miami. James 1, look at that super chat. Green card approved. Thanks for your help. So James 1, you got to the end. You got to the finish line. And you've been hanging out on this channel for a long time. Thanks for that super chat. Now I can take Karina to Hardee's tomorrow for her big breakfast platter. Because I got a coupon too. I got a coupon in the mail for Hardee's for a big breakfast platter for $4.99. So now everything works out perfectly, right? Karina gets to eat a big breakfast platter tomorrow at Hardee's. And I get to eat with her. And then we're going to go on a trip. We're going to go visit something. We're going to go visit the Blackwater State Park, I think. We're going to do something, but we're not staying in the house. Let me see here. Sharon Denise Persikian, how long do you think this will take? For my opinion, probably two weeks. Bud Garcia, I wish it would be soon to have my fiance here with me, but it seems like I have a black cloud over me. Bud Garcia, if you had a black cloud over you, your K1 visa would be denied. That's a black cloud. You have a happy, smiley cloud over you. You just have to wait for the NVC to get on busy. There's no black clouds on this channel unless you got a visa denied, okay? Your visa is not denied, Bud Garcia. Your visa is perfectly fine, and the USCIS is waiting on the NVC to get on busy. They're only people, guys. They're people like us. They got the workload that's beyond your imagination. James Wan got his green card approved. Thanks for the help. And thanks for the super chat. We appreciate that, James. That's Hardy's that's a big breakfast platter tomorrow, Hardy's. Denise, talking to Sharon Denise Persekian. He must have lived in Lagos prior. There you go. Hopefully we'll not run into that issue. No. Denise Jefferson, you will not have that issue. Praying for you guys, Nigeria. It's just a money grab. That's true. Thanks for sharing. Denise, your beneficiary lives in Nigeria, and he's right there. His embassy interview is in Nigeria. Sharon's embassy interview for her beneficiary was in Ankara, Turkey. Ankara, Turkey, the U.S. Embassy in Ankara, Turkey, just want to double check the Nigerian police certificate. So I am 99% sure, Denise Jefferson, you are not going to have that problem. Okay? Joel Adams, on the DS-160, is it okay to put the NVC case number for the petition number? No, you put the petition number. You put the NOA on the. I need to look at on the DS-160. Is it okay to put the case number for the petition number? You put the petition number in the petition number. You put the case number in the case number. I need to look at the DS-160 before I answer that question. I'm going to have to look at that DS-160 again because I don't remember doing that when I helped Karina with hers. I filled out Karina's DS-160, but with her help, I mean, I'm on the phone with her translating everything in Spanish, and I can't remember that. I can't remember. So Joel Adams, on the DS-160, you put the case number where it asks for case number. You put the petition number where it asks for petition number. Don't mix them up. If I remember. Francois Livingston, is Tokyo going along? LOL. No. Tokyo's staying, I don't know where he is. He's asleep right here in the corner. He's behaving himself. He's going to stay in the house. He doesn't come to Hardee's with us. Okay? He gets his cookies and milk right here at the house. His, whatever it is Karina feeds him, his cat food. But he's not coming with us tomorrow. He'll probably throw up in the car. I don't know. Natty Olisa, Sharon Denise Persikian is telling Denise Jefferson he's from Benin. And let me see, Natty Olisa, we don't get visa denials on this channel. The worst you can get is an RFE. There you go. If you all follow my advice and follow the videos that I made for you guys, you won't have a problem unless you don't qualify for the benefit. If you don't make enough money, get a joint sponsor, then you qualify. The only time you're going to really fail on your K1 visa is if you have a criminal record that you don't disclose to USCIS. That's a felony. That's a major problem. If you got a felony major problem, just include your police records when you file for your great K1 visa so immigration can look at it. Don't try to hide it because they're going to find out. So that's right, Natty Olisa. The worst you get in is RFE or a little more delay. There you go. Thank you, Diego and Karina. You guys are wonderful. We're going to help you get through this horrible process. Do you like my bull cap? Right? I put my hats are right here. Now that Colombia bull cap, our landlord in Colombia, we lived there for close to almost 3 years, 2.5 years. He bought me that hat as a gift when we left Colombia. And then the two hats underneath, this one Karina bought me in Cartagena on the Caribbean coast of Colombia, and Karina bought me this one in Bogota. Denise Jefferson, Diego, is it possible for you to set up a channel where your subscribers can talk to each other to avoid the traffic during the live? Thanks for being patient with the interaction with each other. Do it right here. The amount of work it would take me to put up another YouTube channel just for folks to avoid the live stream chat, it would be, I know I could do it probably, but it would be a lot of work. The only other thing I can really think of doing is setting up a members only channel where if you have to be a member and then you can go in there and chat all you want. I can do a live stream only for members only. That's another option if you want me to do that. But, you guys can chat away with each other, talk away to each other and answer each other's questions right here. Or I can set up a members only channel and go there. There's several ways I can do it. But recreating a whole new YouTube channel would require me contacting I got to file a new tax pay. I got to file new tax papers and all that. It's a bunch of work. Now, I'm not afraid of work, but I'm not. Hard work doesn't bother me at all. But it's much more easier if you guys just hang out here. Let me see. Joel Adams, we hired a service in the Philippines, and that's what they're putting. Think it will be okay. So you're paying somebody to file your DS-160. Why would you do that? The DS-160 is easy. So you're paying somebody to fill out a form that takes 30 minutes to fill out. And all you got to do is answer questions. And you know the answers because it's an open book test. Why are you doing that, Joel? Just a question. I have confidence that you, Joel, can help your beneficiary fill out a DS-160 without paying somebody. You know what I'm saying? Twan Benson. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ross from Miami. You passed the flying scary visa interview with flying colors. Congratulations, Twan Benson. Now, if you send me your timeline in YouTube in a message, NOA 1 date, NOA 2 date, NVC welcome letter, when your medical exam was, when your interview date was, I'll make a video for you. Just for you, Twan Benson. I'll make a video all about your case. Just for you. Now, you sent lots of super chats to us in the past, so I'll do it for free anyway. But I'll make you a special video just for you, but just send me the information. You sent it earlier to me. Okay, I'll take a look and see. I haven't checked the incoming mail, but I'll check. Let me see. Denise Jefferson, thank you. If you're good, we are good. We don't want to make more work for you. Well, it's not that you're making more work for me. I just don't want to confuse this channel. Okay? Everybody knows to jump on here if they want to get free information. I can keep the channel and set up a members only section. I could do that where then guys can go in there and just chat away with each other and I'll just stay out of it. But I'll look at that as an option, okay? And Joel Adams says, true. Twan Benson said, you sent me the information earlier. Okay, I'll double check that and I'll make a video for you. I'll make it, what's today? Saturday? Today's Saturday? Maybe tomorrow. Twan Benson. Oh man, look at that super chat from Twan in Miami. We appreciate the super chats. Now you've covered my breakfast, okay, at Hardee's tomorrow. Plus I can get Karina into the state park. So you guys are really helpful to us with the super chat. We appreciate you. And I'm going to make you a special video, Twan Benson, just for you, okay, on your K1 visa timeline. Then you'll have it forever. Your wife can look at it when you get married and file your green card. Your wife can, in the future, your family can watch the video and say, look, this is my K1 visa memory. It's a memory. I'm never going to delete these videos. They're always going to be there for you guys. And Twan Benson, thank you so much for all that you do. No worries, Twan. Francois Livingston, I got last 2 years of tax transcripts from the IRS with no problem, but to get transcripts from New York State Department of Taxation, not only you have to send in the specific form, but they charge a fee for each page. Francois, you live in communist New York, okay? They charge you for stepping on the cracks in the sidewalk in New York, right? They charge you for CO2 emissions in New York. You can't buy a gasoline-powered car in New York, I think, what? Is that New York or California? That's California. The communists in California are trying to stop free market capitalism in California. So what is, the communists in California, they just fined Chevron for refining gasoline. Chevron has all these refineries in California, and they take oil and they refine it into gasoline. And then the gasoline is used to put in cars so people can drive to work. Well, the California government has fined Chevron millions and millions and millions of dollars because of CO2 emissions. So Chevron said, okay, here's the deal. We're going to either move our plant to Texas, we're going to close down our refinery permanently in California. That's what they're talking about. So guess what? If they close the refinery in California because the communists in California want to keep stealing money from hardworking oil workers, what's going to happen? The price of gasoline in California is going to be $30 a gallon. Just a guess, right? California, the government's crazy, guys. They've lost their minds. Sylvester Stallone. He's so sick and tired of California communists. He's selling his house in Los Angeles, and he's bought a house here in Florida. I believe it's in. I'm not going to say where it is, but he bought a house here in Florida. He's moving to Florida. He's telling California you can pack sand. And guess what happens when Sylvester Stallone moves to Florida from California? His tax base gets cut in half. In other words, he pays half the taxes he does here than he does in California. California is losing people. California is losing lots and lots of Elon Musk had Tesla in California. He told California, pack sand. He moved his Tesla to Texas. Anyway, that's enough about that. Francois, can't wait to hear your feelings about New York. New York sucks. Well, the government does. New York is a beautiful place. I've been to New York City many times. I went up the Empire State Building. I've been up to the World Trade Center in 1980. In 1986, I went up in the World Trade Center. I've been up the Statue of Liberty. I've eaten at Patsy's Italian restaurant in New York City. It's a beautiful place. But I would never live there because they tax you out of your nose. The government of New York and California seem to think they know how to spend your money better than you do. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Caleb, what's the name of your video that tells what documents to bring to the interview? Google Diego Ross, how to assemble documents for visa interview. Caleb, go into the channel. You're a subscriber. Go into the channel. Google Diego Ross, how to assemble documents. Just type that. Boom, it'll take you right to that video. And that will tell you what documents to bring to the visa interview. Denise Jefferson, newsflash. Newsflash from Denise. Listen to Diego and save your money. Denise, you are so right. Even if his advice feels over the top, it is better to be safe than sorry. It's better to be over the top than to be under the rock without the K1 visa, right? Less is more does not apply to this process. Follow his advice in capital letters. Denise is correct. I've tell you folks, bring 3 years worth of tax transcripts, 3 years worth of 1040s, 3 years worth of W-2s, 3 years worth of 1099s, 12 months worth of bank statements, a letter from your boss identifying where you work, who you work, how much you make, pay stubs, 6 months worth. You bring all that in a financial document with your I-134 to the visa interview. If the consular officer doesn't need anything but the I-134 and your last tax return, so be it. But I've seen people go to visa interviews in Argentina, in Peru, in Chile, and the consular officer says, okay, I need 3 years worth of tax transcripts. And he's like, well, I only got 1 year. Well, you need the other 2 years. Or she. And it puts a 221G hold on the visa application. Bring everything I tell you to bring to the visa interview, and then give the consular officer whatever he or she asks for. And if they only ask for the basics, give them the basics. But you have covered your base in case they ask for more information. Joel Adams, can Manila Embassy require fiance during interview show 2023 tax return? Not right now. No. You can't do you don't have to file your 2023 tax return until April 15th of 2024. So if you have your embassy interview in Manila April 14th or before that, all you got to do is provide your 2022 tax return, tax transcript, W-2s, 1099s, etc. Denise Jefferson, Diego, the transcript I downloaded from the IRS looks very basic and generic. There you are. It is. Was that the same experience? Yes. It was free. Why are they charging in some states like New York? New York's ran by a bunch of commies, Denise. They want to tax you they want to tax everything. They want to tax CO2 emissions. They said CO2 is dangerous. CO2 is not dangerous. CO2 is used by trees to convert CO2 into oxygen so we can breathe. CO2 is an inert gas. It's not dangerous. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. It's just my opinion, okay? It's based on facts, though. Harold A. California has the best weather. San Diego has the best weather in the United States of America. I've been to San Diego many times. The weather's beautiful. Okay? I love the weather. But I would rather have a little cold day here in Florida or a little hot day here full of humidity than pay taxes in California. Because the government of California take the taxes, and what do they spend it on? Who can tell me? California spent billions of dollars on the homeless crisis. Why is there a homeless crisis in California? So California paid billions of dollars. Where'd the money go? Where is it? Nobody knows. Ren S. I've been trying to get an interview through SEAC for the past week in Accra, Ghana. Okay, the embassy, each time I log in, there's never any appointments available. You got to keep looking. Ghana's slow. Francois Livingston, Denise Richardson, you are going to have Diego going more about New York now. Hold on to your seat. I love New York. I can't stand the government. Okay? The attorneys, the Justice Department, the government of New York is horrible. They're nasty people. Just my opinion. I'm not being hating on anybody because the citizens of New York, I love you guys. But you keep electing idiots into your seat of government. Twan Benson, old Diego, give you solid information and you can take it to the bank. Save your money and listen to him. That's right. He knows his material and have a positive uplift to keep you going. That's right. Hang out with the channel. I can be tough sometimes. I can get tough, but I'm a retired Navy senior chief. I'm a retired Navy, so I can be tough sometimes. But I got to be to help you get through this. I got to help you. I'm going to pull you over the finish line. And don't be paying for immigration attorneys. It's a waste of money. The only time you pay for an immigration attorney is if you have a felonious criminal record, Mr. Sponsor, Ms. Sponsor. You take it to an immigration attorney and say, does this criminal record qualify me for the K-1 visa? Pay him the $300 for the whatever it is he does or she does, the adjudication of your criminal record. Your immigration attorney will then say, yes, you qualify. Then if you do, go home and fill out the paperwork yourself. Do it yourself. All right? Don't pay anybody to do this. It's not difficult. Ren S. And there's no way of help to get an appointment, even though when this Accra Ghana embassy will schedule K-1s. Yeah, they have me do the DS-160 and pay the fee. Yeah. So that you paid the fee. So they took your money. You submitted the DS-160. Now all you're waiting on is an appointment. And when one opens up, you're going to jump on there and get it. Bud Garcia, I'm going to go. I'm taking my family out to dinner. Thank you for everything. Good job, Bud. Go have a nice dinner. Enjoy your dinner. Nadia Olisa, me and my fiance was about to pay $4,000 to an agent, secret agent? Before I found Diego, we filled out our K-1 ourselves. The agent said we won't make it through, but God and Diego came through. Now we have NNO too. So Nadia Olisa, I saved this family $4,000 from an agent. The agent tried to play a reverse psychological attack on Nadi's mind by saying that she won't make it or they won't make it through this process without the agent. And Nadi has confidence in me. She listened to me and she now has her NOA. The family now have their NOA 2 letter. Didn't cost you a dime, right? Except $535 and a stamp, or whatever it is you paid for the courier service to ship it. You can use that money for your wedding, right? Or for your honeymoon or whatever. Harold A., you're right about the government in California. The government in California is terrible. They're terrible. They're communists. They're Marxists. They've lost their minds. And that's my opinion on what I see. Okay? I don't like government. I don't like the Republican Party. I don't like the Democrat Party. I can't stand them. Okay? But I vote in every election. I'm a power voter. Okay? Because if you don't vote, you can't complain. Let me see. Harold A. Caleb, Tijuana weather is better because it's not in California. Caleb, I'll give you that, okay? Denise Jefferson, as careful as Diego and Karina were with their package, they still did not avoid a pitfall on the 221G. That's right. We have to follow his roadmap and exercise patience. Thank you, Diego and Karina. The secret is patience. I put together the perfect K1 visa package for Karina. It was absolutely 100% perfect. No errors. We got approved NOA 2, NVC, embassy. The embassy at the visa interview approved her K1 visa. Boom. But they said, we just need an extra document, an Interpol police certificate. There's absolutely no way on the planet of this planet that I would ever have known that, because there's no record of it anywhere other than in the embassy in Bogota for Venezuelans who've lived in Colombia longer than 6 months. Who knew that? It's not on their website. So that was I got a curveball from out of here. But you know what? I didn't cry about it. Karina said, okay, let's look for the solution. We found the solution, and now here she is. Right here, sitting next to me on a live stream in Florida after 22 months of waiting and waiting and waiting. Red S, is there anyone out there who was able to schedule their K1 interview in Accra, Ghana through the SEAC? Yes, there's plenty of people out there, Red S. They may not be on this channel, but there's plenty of people out there. They just waited like you are. Has anyone got lucky enough to get an interview through the customer service number located in the United States? Call them and try. For K Messenger, greetings from wherever that word is. Now, K Messenger, you know I can't pronounce that word. You know I can't pronounce it.
Mexico.
It's in Mexico. What is that, Karina?
Mexico.
It's in Mexico. Karina is Venezuelan. She can't pronounce it. Tlaxcala?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Tlaxcala?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys look so happy and relaxed. We're always relaxed. We're chilling. We're chilling, okay? We are relaxed. I concur. Your advice is sound and very timely. Thanks, you guys. Have a blessed weekend. Buena fin de semana. Para ti. Gracias. Denise Jefferson, Diego, my question about a separate channel was rhetorical. Oh, no, you're good, Denise. I listened to your opinion. Your opinion is very important to me. This channel is your channel, Denise. It's your channel, everybody's channel. And your opinion is 100%. I listen. Please do not consider that it already feels like you're spread too thin. No, I'm not spread too thin. I'm just trying to make this channel efficient. If you're good here with our back and forth, well, good. No, you can go back and forth all you want. You don't, guys, if you don't speak English, if you only speak Thai, if you only speak Hindu, if you whatever language it is, you can talk in your foreign language on this channel. Now, I won't have a clue as to what you're talking about unless it's in Spanish, and then I can decipher it. But you can write to each other back and forth on this channel in your home language. If you have a hard time with English, don't be trying to battle it out, trying to translate so I can read your question. Like there's some folks, they're from the Middle East, from Jordan, from Iraq, from Syria, wherever it is you're from. Write in Arabic if you want to. I can't read it. I won't have a clue what you're talking about. But if you can chat between each other in Arabic, knock yourselves out. I don't care. You can do that. You know, this is the Equal Opportunity Language channel, and it's all free. Ran S. There's two ways to schedule, one by SEAC and another by an 1-800 number. Yet they will only help you schedule when Accra, Ghana is scheduling. Well, they're not scheduling right now, so you got to wait for them to get on busy. The embassy in Bogota, Colombia was shut down in July of 2023. They would not accept any K1 visas from the National Visa Center. And I'm like, they sent me an email saying that the embassy was closed because of COVID. Well, I knew that was a bunch of baloney. It was a bunch of baloney, mentiras, right? So Karina ran downtown and she asked, are you closed? No. You got COVID here? No. You processing K1 visas? Yeah. Well, why aren't you processing any new ones? Well, we're busy. In July, we couldn't accept any more K1s. That's what the NVC should have sent out in an email to all the beneficiaries in Colombia, whether you're in Cucuta, Medellin, Santa Marta, Bucaramanga, Chochi, Bogota, wherever it is you live. But they didn't. They sent out an email scaring everybody to death saying the embassy was closed because of COVID. And that was a blatant untruth. And we fixed it. I fixed it. I contacted the NVC and I said, if you send out that bogus email again, I'm putting you under investigation from my U.S. Senator. And they backpedaled and they didn't do it anymore. K Messenger sounds like clocks with a T instead of a C. Clocks with a T instead of a T. So clocks. So clocks with a T instead of a C. So it's clock. Taklokla. Tokolokla. I'm getting into dangerous ground there. I'm going to stay away. But Diego, the Ghana embassy literally sent me an email to go ahead and schedule my interview, and even put my case in ready status within 2 days. Okay, that's correct. But they will let you schedule it when there's a spot available. You don't understand why there's never any available appointments, no matter how or many time dates you log in, because they're busy. They're all filled up. They're filled up. You probably can't schedule a visa interview in Bogota, Colombia now till probably what? Middle of March, beginning of April. They're busy, folks. So to answer the question, Ren S, you paid the visa fee, you got the ready status, you submitted the DS-160. Now you got to wait for an appointment day to open up. Adolfo Sanchez, good evening. Diego, we got approved for K1 and K2, which is waiting for the visa to arrive. What is next? Well, you're not waiting for the visa to arrive, Adolfo. If you got approved for K1, are you saying you got approved at the embassy? Did you pass the visa interview at the embassy? Is that what you're telling me? Or did you get your NOA2 letter? You're going to have to decipher that for me. Ren S, yes, I understand, but there's not even an option to schedule any time for 2024. There will be. You just got to wait. There will be. Just got to wait. You got to go back and check. Adolfo, you got approved. Did you get approved at the visa interview? Or did you get approved on the NOA2 letter? I can't answer your question until you tell me where you are in the approval status. Okay, that's what I need to know. Denise, hang in there. I don't think Denise Jefferson, I don't think you're going to get any additional AP filing on your beneficiary in Nigeria. You'll be good. It's just in Ankara, Turkey, they're a little bit more stringent on those police certificates. Okay, just like they're stringent on police certificates in Bogota, Colombia, on Venezuelans. And Karina learned that the hard way, but she ain't worried about it. I mean, she's a tax accountant. She wasn't worried about it. She just got it done. It cost us an extra 4 weeks in Colombia, 4 weeks and 3 days, but it is what it is. But we made it through it, and here she is. And here we are doing the live stream together for you guys, right? And you can ask me any question you want, and if I know the answer, I will tell you the answer. Somebody asked me, what is the classification on the EAD document? When you fill out your employment authorization document, somebody asked me, what is the classification number? And it's C09 is what it is for a green card adjudication. So when you file your EAD document with your green card application, your classification will be C09, okay? So I don't know if you're watching right now, but that's the answer to your question. Okay, guys, I've been talking for 1 hour and 15 minutes. If you got any more questions for me, knock them out. I'm here for you. I'll hang out with you a little bit longer. Ren S, do I need to send my fiancé my bank statements of 2022 or 2023 as I filed my 2023 taxes last week? If you filed your 2023 taxes last week, Ren S, you need to get your fiancé's, you need the 2023 tax return, the W-2s for 2023, if you've already filed it. Denise Jefferson, thank you. I want my beneficiary to stay in Lagos until the visa is issued. Yeah, that makes sense. Already costing us money to book a hotel while we wait. No 221G, please. Gotcha. Yeah, Denise, I understand exactly what you're going through in your mind. It's not good where you have to pay for a hotel because immigration want to throw in a curveball. It cost me another month of rent, utilities, services in Colombia. I counted on November 30th being my last rent payment to my landlord in Bogota, but it didn't work out that way. Ren S, does my fiance need a 2022 bank statement? You need 12 months worth of bank statements, 12 months from the month before your visa interview. So when you schedule the visa interview, get 12 months worth of bank statements back from that, from there. K Messenger. So when my fiance travels back to the States side with me, can she accompany me in the global entry access? Yes. You can go through global entry or through U.S. citizenship, the U.S. citizen line. You can, as long as you guys are together, if you have access to global access, you can bring her through the global entry access, or you can bring her through the U.S. citizenship line. It's your choice, but she stays with you by your side. I don't have global entry access. I didn't fill out that paperwork. I didn't want the government getting any more information about me than they already have. So basically, I brought Karina through the U.S. citizenship line. That's what happened. And she went through a Border Patrol interview in Miami. Adelfo Sanchez, good evening, Diego. We got approved for the visa K1 and K2 in Juarez. So you got the visa interview approval. Now we're just waiting for them to arrive. I will apply for I-94. What else do I need? You need a plane ticket. You got to bring them to the United States, right? You get your K1 visa. You got the K1 visa in the passport, K2 visa in the passport. So you got two passports, one with a K1, one with a K2, right? When you get to the United States, you're going to have to find the I-94. Go to the Border Patrol website and print the I-94 for your beneficiary and for the K2. That goes in your green card. So you're going to drive, you're in Tijuana and you're going to drive to San Diego. You can do that, but you got to do a face-to-face meeting with the Border Patrol officer in San Diego. When you get to the border, you present your K1 visa and K2 visa passports to the Border Patrol officer. He will then issue a I-94 for you, for your beneficiary, and for your K2. Ask the immigration officer, the Border Patrol officer, for paper copies of your I-94s. Okay? That would be an interesting experience, driving from Tijuana into San Diego on a K1 visa. That'd be very cool. K Messenger, they know all about me from my past SSBN 625. All good. Enjoy your evening. You're right. Now, for those folks that don't know, an SSBN is a fleet ballistic missile submarine. 625 is the whole number, and that young man is a submarine sailor. Adolfo, thank you. You're welcome. Does everybody have a good weekend so far? What are you doing? What are you guys doing on Sunday? We're going to go to Blackwater State Park. We're going to make take videos and pictures. We're going to go eat breakfast at Hardee's and on the Super Chat. And then I'll come back and make a video for you guys. And then on Monday night, we'll have the live stream again. Fazak, Trump crushed Nikki Haley in South Carolina, by the way. Woo! Well, he weighs a lot more than she does. I know that. Joel Adams, does it look bad if you had to pay over $5,000 on the tax return? No, it just means you made a lot of money. You're good. Kenny Smith, so how long do you think my process will take after we submit the DS-160 from form to Bogota? Probably, let me see here, probably about 6 weeks, I would say right now. K Messenger, Fazak, Trump crushed Nikki Haley. Oh, well, he weighs more than she. He weighs 240 pounds. What does she weigh? 130 pounds? I don't know. But Trump is leading in all the primaries. Shiku, Kenny Smith, can you answer my last question? I just did. It'll probably take about 6 weeks, Kenny. Shiku, Diego, I depend on you for my daughter. That's right. I don't want the embassy to leave her behind. They won't. My fiance wants me to bring my daughter. We want you to. You're going to bring your daughter to America. So you're going to depend. If you listen to me, okay, I will bring your child to the United States if you do what I tell you to do. Okay, file the DS-160, pay the visa fee, and she will be added as a appointment listee. Kenny Smith, would that be to schedule the doctor's appointment or for the interview? That will be for the interview. Your beneficiary needs to schedule the medical exam, and I recommend. And she's in Bogota, Colombia. To schedule the medical exam, you got to have the list of travelers and the NVC welcome letter. The secretary at the doctor's office in Bogota will not schedule the medical exam without the list of travelers, which you get from the embassy, an email from the embassy in your K1 packet 3, packet 4 email, and your NVC welcome letter. Got to have those 2 emails. Denise Jefferson, I wish that I could accompany my beneficiary as you did via visits at travel, but cannot afford it financially. I don't. It's a long travel. It's a long way, Denise. What is the fastest? You heard a visa was issued. I can't see the last part of your question. Somebody else write something so Denise will lift up in the live streams and I can read her question. I know that you say you wish you could accompany your beneficiary. Okay, here we go. You heard a visa was issued post-approval. When in Nigeria, when the visa is approved, it's going to take about a week to get put into the passport. Give them about 7 days. Kenny Smith, okay, I haven't received my welcome letter. Thank you for the information. No worries. Yeah, you got the NVC is going to send you a welcome letter, and the doctor's office in Bogota need a copy of that welcome letter to schedule the medical exam from the NVC. Come on, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here and I'm going to go watch a movie with Karina. I started watching movies. I haven't watched movies in years, and I'm watching movies now. It's great. And Karina's watching these movies in English, and she's learning English by watching the videos, the movies. I'll do another live stream on Monday. Let's say today's Saturday, Monday, 6 p.m. And we will be back then. Get ready with all your questions. Denise, hang in there. Thanks for the super chats, guys. We appreciate everything. Karina gets to eat at Hardee's tomorrow, and I get to take her to Blackwater State Park. See you guys on Monday.